So joining us live here in the studio, he's a legal expert and he's going to be helping us to make sense of all that is going on with the EFCC's fight against corruption in Nigeria. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
I mean, it's quite a roller coaster when you look at the back and forth with the anti-corruption agency, EFCC, and with all that they are doing. Now, there's quite a lot to make sense of, because for most Nigerians who are not familiar with the ambits of the law, they seem not to understand some of the dynamics. Like, okay, why is it hard for the governor to submit himself to the EFCC? But can you help us break it down for those who may not really be able to fully grasp what is going on?
Well, the failure of the governor to have submitted himself to the EFCC is a bit confusing and quite very questionable. Because if you feel you are innocent, there's no point of hiding. If you allege me, you must also find a way of proving it, because that is not a conviction. It's just an allegation. So it is also affording you the opportunity to bear to the public whatever the informations, whatever the allegations or counter-allegations that anybody, especially EFCC in this case, are raising against you. So it is important that the executive, the former executive governor of Kogi State, ensure that he prove himself as an innocent person, other than name-calling, hiding, and playing games and all that. Because what is even the position now is not about arresting or detaining you. It's about arraigning you. It has gone beyond the point of invitation. And we heard the way the EFCC chairman said, which to me it is quite unprofessional. You said you call him over the phone. How many young fellows you have been pushed?
That indictment on the
EFCC side. Because what is the point of calling him on the phone, giving him such a preference to the extent of you would bring him through another corner, coming to your office and this? How many other persons have you accorded such respect? How many other persons have enjoyed such preference?
But does that in any way, reduce the seriousness of this case? Does that affect this case? I think that's
no, it does not. In any way, or in my own opinion, it does not, and it shouldn't. It is just the best way he think he could get him. And I think the other man said that they should come to his village, and that is where the whole thing became an issue of controversy. But for God's sake, if somebody have alleged you to the extent to whom you have been for good 8 years, handling people's money for good 8 years, saying you have done this, you have done this, you have awarded these contracts, you have carried out these activities, it is just a means of giving a report, giving a kind of account that, yes, Kogi State people, you alleged me, some people alleged me, I am here to clear my names. Because it goes beyond the pride of White Lion or the pride of, I know one Mr. President Buhari as it were, as a then. The situation now is, I need to clear my name. So if that same name is important to you, to your children, to the generation yet unborn, to the Kogi State people, and to the probity of what office you say you have occupied for good 8 years, it is advisable and suggestive that he come out and clear his name.
Now let's talk about the Kogi court.
Okay.
The High Court in Kogi. They are ordering the EFCC chairman to come before the courts in terms of contempt. Is this a form of weaponization by the state government, to kind of stall this prosecution?
Yes. A reasonable person on the street will assume that what they are doing is just a situation of ensuring a distraction on the part of prosecuting YAHAYA BELLO. The question is this: what law or what order, what judgment can you say the EFCC chairman has floated that he wanted to arrest Bello or that he has arraigned Bello in court? Bearing in mind that the same Kogi State court knows, the judge also knows that he cannot make another, stripping another court of coordinate jurisdiction of his own power. It is not normal. So we are looking, anyway, I have not seen the Form 48, so we have not known the content for which the fact they are alleging the EFCC chairman to have floated, but I am very sure that the judge also knows that he cannot give order, he cannot enforce. Because the beauty of being a judge is not just sitting and make order. The beauty is ensuring that the order is carried out, that the judgment is enforced. But when you find yourself in a situation where you are just here, there, doing a bidding or supposed bidding of certain person, I think it's a bit on the part of judicial recklessness.
Okay, now on the allegations that the EFCC made regarding amounts of dollars being paid for children's school fees, we got report, saying that the school has paid deficit back to the EFCC.
Yes.
So how does that cancel the statement that YAHAYA Bello's media people released?
The issue in Kogi State is a bit laughable, because you will even be surprised that the current commissioner for information has always been the one speaking or talking in respect of YAHAYA Bello.
That is
Femi Fanwo.
Okay.
And it's a bit, you understand? Yes.
Even speaking on
yes, he has served YAHAYA Bello. He was the DG media for YAHAYA Bello for 4 years. He was the commissioner for information for YAHAYA Bello, and also the commissioner for.
So you now begin to ask. Even speaking at all?
It has always been the state government. The state government. It's the state government that is still defending YAHAYA Bello. Most information out there has always been peddled to quote by the officials in the current administration. So you have not even seen or had anybody either as a personal aide to the ex-governor saying anything. It is still the state government taking the burden of proving or approving or confirming or disconfirming the allegation against YAHAYA Bello. So it is just an extension that, okay, YAHAYA Bello is a governor emeritus, where we are still tied to his garment. There have been a charge preferred against YAHAYA Bello.
Through his lawyer.
Through the courts have ordered that they should serve YAHAYA Bello through his lawyer, who have earlier refused service. And this is a bit worrisome. When lawyers are in court,
what's the EFCC's role now?
The EFCC should arrange him. Find a way of arrange him.
So
though it will be difficult.
Where he is in particular.
Well, they will find by one way or the other. But nobody knows where he is at the moment.
That, he's wanted. So, I mean, how does that make sense to know where he is in particular? Because if you went to arraign him in his residence, and then the security operatives for Ododo, went into the situation. Was there no follow-up, or they just allowed the whole matter to just start?
Well, like I listened to the EFCC chairman, and it was so pathetic that he appeared to find himself in a very helpless circumstance, that if they were to engage them, there will be so more casualty. And I reasoned with that anyway. But as it is today, I know Ododo will know where his ex-governor is, and I know most of them that are coming out to talk will know wherever the ex-governor is. I read in the paper that the ADC and some other security attached to the governors have been withdrawn and even detained by the police. But as it is for now, nobody can say this is the location of YAHAYA Bello. Some have suggested that probably in Ajaokuta or somewhere in Kogi State, but I am not so sure he will be in Abuja. But as it is, for years not knowing the whereabouts, many of us are not.
It's as if this is going to continue to linger.
Yes.
So is the EFCC chairman, threatened that he was going to resign if YAHAYA Bello is not brought to book by the EFCC?
That is a bit
necessary. To level where the president has to weigh, because they are members of the same political party.
Yes. Well, the statement of the EFCC of resigning is a bit unnecessary. It is as if you are personified the whole situation.
Which is what the YAHAYA Bello's team is pushing for.
It's pushing for, because so
let's look at the human rights angle, which they are using to, some will say stall the whole process.
That is the judgment of the.
Yes.
No, that judgment.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, that judgment never prevents the EFCC from prosecuting YAHAYA Bello.
So it's just a ruse.
What they have done, what they have successfully done, is just to ensure that he is not arrested, he is not invited, he is not detained, not arraigned. That judgment has never, although curiously anyway, the judge also inserted a line that for the arraignment to take place, the EFCC will have to incur a leave of the higher courts. How? When the matter is not properly before the higher court. And two, does that mean that the courts and the judge also presume that he can make an order to prevent a court of coordinate jurisdiction, in this case Federal High Court, not to allow YAHAYA Bello to be arraigned? No, that can't be the law. That is not the law, and that shouldn't be the law. It is quite untenable, because the position of the law is that you make your positions and the other courts also make the positions. It's just like we have in Nigeria. If a court of appeal in Ibadan make a position, that is not binding on the court of appeal in Abuja if they have the same coordinating jurisdiction. So how would you now sit in Lokoja and feel that the position of the jurisdiction of the Federal High Court in Abuja should be seized by your own judgment, that this person shall not be arraigned? It is not the law. There have been several judgments that you cannot forbid, you cannot prevent, you cannot stop the security agency from making their own position.
Does that speak a lot about the status of the judiciary?
Yes, it's a questionable.
Why are we having this contradiction? Yeah. And looking at the justice system as a whole, is there no means with which to check, having these contradictions?
Well, presumably we have the NJC, we have the National Judicial Council, we have National Judicial Commission also that look into this. But they hardly will talk until you approve them. So I do not know how far the FCC have veered in this aspect.
There is no standing order within the NJC? There have been several times. In fact, there was a program 2 days ago where the vice president representing the president talking about the kind of interlocutory application, this kind of preliminary objection, the kind of orders and injunctions that the courts are making. I think it's becoming worrisome for the executive to even be complaining, because it simply means that the courts and the judges are now descending to the arena in a circumstance where a common man will now be going home to feel that the judge is either biased or not. So it is more better that the NJC, the chief judge of Nigeria, the chief justice of Nigeria also see into such rascality, because the way it's going, the common man is feeling that the court is just for the higher bidder. Because YAHAYA Bello rushed to court, you have this. If a common man that is dragging land matter went to court, they will say, go back to police. But why is it YAHAYA Bello you have to make such a bottleneck injunction? But mind you, even the injunction is not a perpetual injunction. So why are you now complaining? You understand? If it's a perpetual, that is an issue. So it is not an injunction that can stop, prevent the EFCC of arraigning this man. They have not achieved anything. All right.
In a very sane society.
We'll keep tabs with this developing story and, of course, follow through. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.